All right, everybody, here we go again. We're on the road once again, this time against Brighton. It's about time for us to end this bad run of form that we've had. We're still pretty decimated by injuries, but this is a fairly good-looking squad, I would say. We should be able to do okay. We fired a number of physios and got on a number of new ones and are waiting on 2 new fitness coaches. Afterwards, we're going to probably revamp the coaching staff and get rid of our assistant manager as well to try to shake things up a little bit here on the squad. So hopefully we'll be able to get something good going. But here we are once again behind enemy lines, and we're under the gun as usual. There's some misgivings about the lineup that I put together by some of the players, apparently. They're going to have to get used to it because this is the way that we're going forward. Brighton are below us in the league, so hopefully we'll be able to get some sort of result, but you never know. We have not been playing well lately. Is Manga able to knock that one out? Broya forward for Lanner. That's where that speed pays off. He tries to center it. It's not a particularly good cross. And that means that we're going to have to worry again here. They've got the ball in all sorts of space, and our midfield is kind of caught napping there in the back. And fortunately for us, that ends up being a corner. We were just able to deflect that out at the last second. So not looking so good here in the early going. This looks a lot more like what we've been used to seeing from this team. We'll take another look and see what exactly happened with this. I guess it was slightly deflected. That's a kind of a questionable call, but it's all right. Roya did well to put on pressure, and it's Oviedo who finally wins it in the end, but not much happens as a result. Shahid wins this, and over to Rukavina. Now it's forward for Broya. I'm pretty sure he thought he was offside, which is why he hesitated at first. A little bit strange by him. Usually he just takes that forward, and instead he hesitated and then took a poor shot from a bad angle. Lander now. And that unfortunately ends up being deflected, so we don't really get a full shot on goal out of that. And it's been a slow start, like I said. Nia wins this in the back and then loses it right away. It ends up with Oviedo. Passes this down, and there's nobody on the receiving end. And this is looking pretty bad. Giekowitz, however, is able to make the save there finally in the end. And as I've said before, the big problem appears to be in the back. It appears to be a defensive problem. Easy to find fast attacking players, not so easy to find defenders who are fast and who are skilled in any way. And so that's what the challenge has been. Laner here with a free kick. And can't quite get it in. It's Nia here with this over to Trulson. Pulls it by his man. Very, very good job. He loses it, however, in the end. And Laner wins this one again. So we are able to get possession back pretty easily. Kuzi over to Rukavina. And he's not able to maintain control. And Giekowitz, thankfully, is there to make the save. We've got to hope for some sort of result here because my neck is on the line otherwise. Trulson wins this, loses it again, and it ends up with Kuzi. Down to Mongo. Forward finds Broya to Sensi. Passes to Oviedo. It ends up with Rukavina, and he's offside. He knew somebody was going to be offside there, and it ends up being Rukavina in the end. That's been the story of injury woes. That's the thing that's really brought us down. Broya trying to injure the opposition there. It's been an injury woes story for Augsburg so far. And that's pretty keeping with how this team is in real life. I mean, you start off the game and you have 4 or 5 guys injured for like the first half season. Nia over to Shahid, and he just loses the ball straight away. But Nia tries to win it back. His tackle, unfortunately, is not effective. And so Brighton have held on to this ball. Kuzi wins it and then loses it right away and almost gives up a goal as a result. I'm not sure that he fully was aware that he'd won that. Take another look and you'll see just how fast this is. Kuzi wins this and then didn't do anything with it, and it turns into a shot like less than a second later. It's So that's kind of what we're up against. Now you understand why speed and acceleration, or pace and acceleration, is so important, because you're playing against pretty good opposition. Shahid knocks this out, but it doesn't go very far. And that ends up sort of deflecting off of Alexis McAllister's head for a goal, and that's a fluke goal if I ever saw one. And we're down once again 1-0. So it's a frustrating way to go down, and this team is looking like it has absolutely no heart. We've looked really bad here so far today. Not very much to write home about, and it's been a couple of matches in a row in which we've looked bad. I've tried team talks, I've tried calming the guys down, and nothing seems to work. So we're going to have to do some searching and figure out what it is we can do to get these guys to play the way that they're capable of. I know that the big problem is that most of our good players are injured, and so we have to play against a bunch of guys who are like second or third string. And that's the issue that we have. Major injury concerns. I mean, we've had men injured like crazy this season. Since he wins this over to Lehner, forward, and there's nobody there. So more problems, more issues. We have an XG of 0.07, and we haven't had any possession today. Really frustrating. Oviedo, back to Kuzi. Forward for Broya, here you go. And it's a really weak pass to Shahid. I don't know what he's doing making the pass. He's offside anyway. A good save by Giekowitz. If we lose this, I think this is like 4 in a row or something like that. That's the thing that we're most concerned about. Lehner ends up winning this finally in the back. He hasn't played that well. He gets good match ratings, but he hasn't done very much. He's had 1 goal and 1 assist, and he's played almost all of our matches. And we really could use a little bit more. I mean, it's not even been funny. It's just been really frustrating. Rukavina's header is just off target. Rukavina's given up a penalty. No, they give that as a corner. Giekowitz with the save. So, I mean, it's not all broken, but nothing has been going right for us today. I'll tell you that. We've been lucky to get the ball into an attacking position, but we haven't done anything with it. I mean, nobody looks like they want to shoot. Nobody looks like they want to play. And it's really frustrating. This is the same team that beat Sporting just a couple of days ago by a huge margin. And now we're struggling, and we can't even get possession of the ball. And there we go. Now we finally have a free kick, though I'm not quite sure about that foul call. Broya with the miracle save at the back, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, we don't even take a look for offside. I think it's about time to start bringing out the berate monster. I mean, there is an argument that he was offside, because that little snapshot comes right before the pass comes. But this is ridiculous. We shouldn't be down to a team below us in the league. We should be beating them. And Giekowitz is about to lose his position as goalkeeper on this team. It's frustrating because I gave him a new contract, but I'm ready to sell him. I don't want him on this team anymore. It's just like it was with the FC Soul Save, where I just want to get rid of everybody that was originally on the team and let's just start over, because those players clearly are not interested in playing. All right, so here we go. We go yell at everybody. So there's a lot of hidden things that could be going on when you run into a game like this. It's possible that it's just, you know, RNG problems and stuff like that. But it's also possible that you're running into guys with problems with their hidden attributes that are causing them to play really, really poorly. And I'm thinking especially of Lehner, who it looks like is injured, which means that, I mean, I'm ready to sell him, and I know that he's our miraculous whatever player, but I am ready to sell him. He has not been impressive at all this season. That's what I'm saying, you know. He can't shake it off. We're not going to expect him to do that. We're taking him off right away. I mean, I'm ready to get rid of him because he hasn't done anything positive for the team. And that was definitely uninspired. He's kind of fast, but I'm not sure that he's the sort of player we want to be building around. Oviedo over to Sensi, and that looked a little bit better. Sensi with it again, but can't quite get that to bend over. Bukovina now to Sensi. I mean, everybody's offside, and Borges had a wide open header, nobody in front of the goal, and he ends up missing it. So that's kind of it gives you an idea of where things are going. We need a rethink here. Again, I don't think that necessarily the personnel that we have is that bad. I think that the players are fast. We have a lot of very good young players who I think can do well. I think that we need to start looking at the overall structure of the club, including the back office, and sort of see what's going on. I have a feeling that a lot of these players are not making the progress that they should, and that was almost number 3. We do have a number of players coming in as soon as the transfer window opens again, but I'm worried that if we're too far down at the league, it's not going to make that much of a difference. Because this knocks us down to 17th, and that's definitely not where we want to be. Now, it's going to be rough if we do end up getting rid of Ernst Lehner because he's the team leader. I think he's the captain on the team, but I mean, he needs to start playing well or I will get rid of him, and I'm not afraid to do that. Bikowitz makes the save, so that calms things down a little bit. Broya wins that and then just scores. So there you go, we got one back. Not the first time that he's done that.
Torschütze heute Nachmittag für das Team der Torschützen.
So 2-1 now. We do have a chance. Let's hope that we can do something with that fortuitous bounce. All right, it's about time to make some changes. This is getting pretty dreadful, unfortunately. Let's take a look at this and see what it is we want to do. And this is the problem we have. I can't take every single player off, but I want to. And so we're going to put on Hoti and Pekkanen. Both are players who haven't played very well. Hoti really wants to be a defensive midfielder. And the problem is we don't have enough actual defenders here on the team, that is center backs, to allow that to happen. Bukovina's just been pretty bad today, so we'll put Devontae Campbell in, kind of unfamiliar position, but we'll have him have a chance at that, and that's what we'll do. I always worry every time we put Hoti in the back. As I've said before, the big problem is not our attacking players, the big problem is the defense, and if I could go back and do it again, I would put a huge premium on getting good, fast central defenders and defensive midfielders and not worry about anybody else. I think the biggest problem I had was getting Sufanat Monta, which was sort of a move with my heart instead of with my head, and it's led to all sorts of problems. That's a lot of money. That was something, but it wasn't much. All right, here's Blondel with a throw over to Borges. Down to Hoti, over to Pekkanen. Well, we did have a little bit of match momentum there, so there's that. We haven't been completely dominated, and we did have some possession at some point in time in this match, but that had nothing to do with the goal that we scored. That was a total fluke. About to say, you can see there with Hoti the way that he was going back, and you can see this right here. He doesn't know what he's doing. I mean, there he is trying to defend. He doesn't know what he's doing. And, I mean, he can kind of stay up with the man. We're fortunate that there wasn't a penalty called. It's probably called for a penalty, but it didn't happen. Giekewicz knocks us forward, looking for Sensi. Can't find him. It's Kuzi who wins this to Campbell over to Pekkanen. There's one forward, and it's another strange decision by a strange man who has not played well in a single match. And this is why we need better central defenders, because we need to get rid of guys like him. Giekewicz punches it out. Wish he wouldn't do that. Campbell wins this. Good. Or for Oviedo. He was outrun in the end, but that wasn't bad. And there's number 3. And it was so easy.
Torschütze heute Nachmittag für das Team der Torschützen.
I mean, the defenders aren't marking men. I don't know what they're doing. They're in the middle of nowhere. We have 3 of them, but they don't know where they're going or what they're doing. It's very, very tempting for me to bring out the old finds. I know that many of you have told me, oh, you don't have to find your players. When they play like this, I want to find them, because this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. We're a better team than this. There's Pekkanen again. That's how he loses it. And there they come once again. Yeah, we're going to call him offside. We win it for a second, and then we give it up right away. Lots and lots of questions to be asked. Giekewicz with another brilliant save. I mean, he's done pretty well today, but despite his match rating, I'm still really, really frustrated with him. He seems to give up goals all the time, and his decisions are not particularly good. And we've seen that time and time again. There's another bad decision, right? Decides to punch it out instead of grabbing it and leads to a goal. So it's another mistake by him. This is the thing, right? This is the reason why I'm looking to move on. We got to find somebody else, because this just isn't working. This guy is not a particularly good goaltender. Usually when I play with Augsburg, the first thing that I do is I get rid of the keepers. and didn't do it this time around, and I really regret it because he's just not a good player. And I mean, this is getting ridiculous. 4-1. And I may actually leave without having a team talk because I'm so upset about this. This is the worst match that we've played so far. This is worse than our 5-0 loss to PSV because at least they're a good team. This is a poor team. And like I said, this is after I had a team meeting where I was trying to get morale up and all this stuff, and this is what they do. Put out a real stinker of a match. Borges at least looks like he's trying. I think he's the only one. Broya is good to win that over to Campbell, to Oviedo. He's good one back, but he can't find the goal. He's been doing a lot of that too, right? Get yourself in good position and then you don't know what to do with it. And that's it. This has been one of the worst matches I've seen in this save. One of the worst matches I've seen in a long time. It's been a long time since I felt this frustrated with this game. Bye.